Hi, so today I'm going to draw a Metroid creature from the game. This is just like, no like Metroid specific, just an idea of a Metroid type creature. So I'm going to start with drawing like a round sort of, they're also almost like mushroom shaped. A lot of these Nintendo creatures and stuff are mushroom shaped for some reason, but yeah, just draw a shape like that, and on the bottom I just want to draw almost like these teeth things. I'm just trying to sketch the shape of it. So the teeth can latch on to like other creatures and stuff like that. Within this like green sort of sack thing, there's like I think it's like 3 brains or something. But there's a few different Metroids within the game, you know, different type of designs, and there's been a few Metroid games over the years, so it's, you know, it's they're not all the same. So I just thought I'd go with a type of design that a lot of people can recognise, with similar colours and things like that. And there's lots of like little veins and stuff, which we can finalise when we start to ink this, maybe later on. But you can see that it's coming together, this design. Even at the pencil stage, I'm just thinking I want to ink this, because I like the design of the Metroids, especially when they're in this sort of state. I can just remember them floating around in the game, the old Super Nintendo game that I used to have, and the Nintendo, what was it, GameCube? Yeah, the GameCube games, are the really good Metroid games that I used to play and waste many hours playing. So these like brain things, try and give them like a crisscross type texture there. Can always change that later, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe add some little details there. I don't know if that's like a little eyeball, I can't remember, or a little, yeah, I think it is an eyeball just there. Right, so you can see the, I've just zoomed in slightly, you can see I've penciled in the main design. We'll start to ink this now, and then we'll colour it. I'm just using like a gel ink pen, nothing fancy, just inking all the outline. Yeah, it's just something about the design of this creature. It's like, obviously it's almost like jellyfish type sort of design, but these like float through the air, so it's, I don't know, even cooler, I say. So I'll just try and do the outside line. Try and keep it as smooth as possible, even though it's a bit difficult. You could probably smooth that out with a bit of colour later, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you've got the basic shape like that. And start to draw. I'm sure the little brain things, these, they look like little brains. Try and draw little details that help sort of the creature. I'm actually looking at the design. It's not like crisscross at all. It's more like veins that make up sort of like little shapes like that. And there's stuff going around them, which is like the veins, obviously. Something like that, and then when it comes to colouring, these will be like red later, so we'll just try and follow what we've done. Doesn't matter if you don't get them totally perfect, it's okay. And then loads of little veins. You can make more intricate looking veins and things like that. And even when it comes to a colouring stage, you can add more veins if you want with the colours. Right now we've got like the basic design in ink form. We could come back with ink pens, add some more like ink lines later on, but right now I need to erase all them pencil lines and then come back, add some colour with Copic markers and just see how we can bring this together. The like jellyfish sort of, you know, sack, I'll say, like it's going to be green, like a bright green, and then brain things are going to be like red, almost purple as well, and flesh coloured sort of claw things. Well, the claws aren't going to be flesh coloured, they'll be like grey or something like that, maybe a red eye as well. We'll just see what. So I'll just add some red just over the, like these brain things, This is just like a base colour. All these colours that I'm going to add at the moment is just a base colour, and it won't remain this like bright red. Obviously they look like little footballs at the moment, but they won't look like that at the end. And I'll do like a base colour for that like sack thing around the edges. You'll find once you add, you know, the colours that it'll start to come together. I think this green's running out. I'll have to get some more of these refills for these. Should just manage to do this, I think, hopefully. But yeah, the base colours are just to add like an underlying colour that you can add to really with maybe other Copic markers or a coloured pencil. If I leave the outside of it just a bit white. You can leave it a bit streaky as well, so it doesn't really matter there. Maybe just do a line of green just there, just to show it's like a blob. A blob thing or something. So what I need to do is base colour of this. I'm going to do like a pink. The lightest colour I can think of at the moment, and then I can darken, you know, any like folds and things like that, and just really create some depth with other colours later on. The pink don't really show, well it does a bit, but it's not about making it show up, it's just to provide a nice base colour. And I think I'll do, because that bit's attached to it anyway, so try and do that pink as well. I'm going to stay these colours, so it's just like the basic colours. I think I'll go over that as well, but that's going to be like, should have done that red. I can add that right now. So that's obviously like a, looks like an eyeball of some sort, so we can come back to that. I think I'll get some dark green just to add a bit of darkness to it. It doesn't matter if I go over these veins, because they're going to be a different colour anyway, and you can overlay different colours on these markers, so it's pretty cool. I just want to do a dark sort of under, just right underneath, so it just adds a bit of tone to it. Maybe a real thin line there. And the thing with these like claw things, the darker you make them, then you can just lighten them later on. So I'm just going to fill it in with these grey markers. Now we can start adding other different colours and try and add more depth to it in shading, blending, things like that. I think I'll add a dull ivory sort of colour here. Try and keep a little bit of this pink, but mainly concentrate on the folds. same up here as well. Now I'm going to switch to coloured pencils. I'm using the Faber-Castell Polychromo pencils. This is an Indian red. I just want to get some of the dark folds, just get them lines, added some darkness underneath. And at the colouring stage you can make more of the sort of design, maybe finish the bits off that you didn't really ink, you know, add some lines here and there that wasn't there before. Just try and add more to, you know, your drawing, really, more visual interest. That's what I can say. So we're having more inclines, well, not inclines, but I'm going mad. Some more sort of depth to the drawing with these coloured pencils. And the darkest lines can be the darkest, and then if you want any areas which are going to be blended out, then you can just lightly add some colour that'll be like blended over the top with maybe a lighter colour. And we'll do this bit in here as well. I think this will go well on the like the brains as well. Try and add some depth to these because they're like need to show that they're not just flat looking brain things. They need to have some sort of shape to them. So you can see a bit of shadow there, but we can add more to that as we go along. Just follow them, some of them inclines, and just really try and flesh this drawing out a bit more. Yeah, so we can see that we can use another colour now. I'm thinking maybe a lighter one, not too light. Maybe we'll add a bit of this yellow ochre, but even then I don't want to press too hard on this. I just want to create a suggestion of the yellow, as it's not going to be the final colour, it's just I need to add some kind of light colour to balance this one out. As I said, these things wanted to be like a purple colour. Should have sharpened the pencil first. These like vein things need to be like a purple colour. I don't want to press too hard because I might want to do some like little highlights on them just to show that they're like veins and add a different colour over the top. But these are like sort of like pressing into the sort of brain, so I want to draw some or colour some like shadowed areas. Yeah, I'll probably use a red as well later on when I'm just trying to add bits to this. Really, when you're doing these drawings, it's better to layer colours over the top, and you've got to allow for that really. I think I really get into the mixed media sort of side of drawing. You know, I do use paints and other stuff in other drawings, and it's really a good idea. But you've got to sort of understand how, you know, them sort of media is going to react with other sort of media, because certain ink pens don't work well with others and that, and so you've got to trial and error a lot of things, but you can create some great effects with different media, like, you know, markers, coloured pencil, paints, even pastels over the top. You never know, it's all worth working it out. So them like veins need a bit more work. I'd probably do a bit more a fan ink pen over the top of them later on, and just try and work that out. Get some green now. I'm going to try and avoid colouring over the veins with these pencils, because it'll seal the sort of drawing and I won't be able to do much with them over the top, so try and avoid them as much as possible for now. Just try and add some further shading. I might need a bit of green. This green's a bit, I don't know, I'll stick with it for now. Get a lighter green and it'll blend them bits out a bit more. Yeah, it's a good green, that one. I think that one will be nice. Blending this further now. I think the texture on my drawing board underneath is just coming through, so I should have like prepared for that, but sometimes you just want to get on with drawing and solve the consequences. Once you've added all the greens that you can, you'll be worth doing. I could come back with a yellow Copic. Just check the, still got a bit of red on it. Get most of that off. and then come back, and it acts as a good blend, but then you have got to clean the tips of these, so it does ruin your tips of your Copic markers, but it's worth it once you see the drawings come together. With the Copics you can go over them vein bits, it doesn't really matter, because at least you'll be able to go over the marker. The pencil you work, cause it'll seal it in, so you've got to be careful. You've got to plan your drawings out a bit more. Just try and move this down like that. I'm going in with a red, it's a madder red, just on the veins. Try and seal them veins in there now, because they look a bit empty at the moment. As usual, just try and add a few more like little vein bits just to add to it. It's always worth adding extra that you've already drawn, so it adds more detail. Drawing this type of stuff, it reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to try and draw this all the time, but when I was a kid we didn't have the internet, because I'm sort of that old. Well, not really old, I'm only 40 years old, but we had just like magazines to draw from, or like computer magazines, if it was like showing like graphics, or the actual game itself, which the games back then was a bit pixelated, not as like highly detailed as the games now, but now you got like internet. I can just find images on these creatures, or find something. Sometimes I rarely can, with certain images and stuff like that. I have to make up certain things, but this is doing okay. And try and add more red, like I said, to it's like brain, these little brains, like little meatballs, sort of ugly looking meatballs, like that. Well, meatballs are ugly, but don't know what the hell I'm on about, but just thought I'd add to that. And then I think it'll be time to add a bit of light there, but I don't want to press too hard. Bit of light with this is a light flesh colour. Just try and add depth to it. You see the drawing come together a bit. We established the light source is coming from that side, so we just add a bit of light to the sides of these brain sections. Maybe add a bit of light to that eyeball thing. Maybe we can add a bit of texture to this. Can't really see that on there, but I'll want to add like a pink colour, like a darker pink colour. This is a medium flesh. I'm going to try and sort of blend some of this together. Leave little gaps where you can. These bits here, they're going to be like a lighter colour. I'll try and follow this through for the rest of the design. And then we can come back, and I was thinking of adding like an ivory colour just to like highlights, blend them together, because a lot of this you know, around the outside, that jellyfish type sack thing has got to have some like reflections off it as well, so I just want some, maybe a little look of that, little line through there. Like a reflection. I'll come back to that bit. I wonder if this can add a bit of blend to that, just to take a bit of you know, the darkness off it. Just on the bottom of the claw or teeth things. Claw or teeth, I don't know. One or the other. And blend the key areas there. And blending a lot of these areas is going to seal the areas as well. So I won't be adding anything over the top. So I think that'll be it for the main design of it. So I'm going to use a Caran d'Ache white luminance pen, mainly for the highlights, because it's like it's a better looking white. I want it to be more of like a reflective section there, and maybe some more like that, just around the edges. Just creates an extra dimension, just adding reflective bits like that on it. And then just add some small corner bits of this white on these bits, just to make them stand out a bit more. the reflective line there just to, you know, add something anyway. You could go back and add more to this if you wanted to, like more inclines and, you know, extra colours, extra blended areas, but for now I think I'll stop. It's a basic Metroid. I've always wanted to draw one of these. In actual fact it's real small. I've zoomed in on the camera so you can see hopefully some details and how to draw one of these yourself. What I'd like to do in the future is take existing concepts like this and maybe do my own spin on it and just see what I can create. But yeah, it's not too bad. It turned out okay. Anyway, if you'd like to check out a lot of my other videos, then check out my playlist. Then check out my quick artist tips playlist and my daily art vlogs, because I'm going to try and pick them up again, daily art vlogs, so just check them out. Now